Purdue versus Butler. Now, we're not going to do a video breakdown of this one. We're just going to look at the stats. Now, everything you see here from the code window that made this timeline to this output window you see on screen now. There is video walkthroughs and purchase links in the description below. But we're going to look at this game statistically. Now, the most important stat in this game was this one right here. 0 minutes for Harms. Now, Harms is Purdue's best best big player, and his presence or lack of presence in this game was felt throughout the stats. So most significantly, we can see that minutes had to be played by other players in that position, such as Bordeaux, and then also Williams had to play significant minutes as well as Wheeler. Now, Wheeler did a pretty good job. He scored 11 points, was 75% from three, which is a better, shooting percentage that Harms would get. He's actually a better shooter, three-point shooter than Harms. He also got 4 rebounds, but overall, Purdue were out-rebounded 34-32, which you think if they had Harms, there would be a bit of a difference in that area of the game. Now, this game was ugly as hell. It was not a good game. I would not watch this game if you haven't watched this game. There was some 46 fouls in this game. It was really ugly and, heaps of turnovers on each side, but, Harms really was missing from this game. Now, if we look at the advanced box score, we can see kind of, those replacement level players, see how much they kind of affected this game. So, for example, Bordeaux, who played 47 possessions, he was probably the most significant gainer in terms of minutes from Harms' absence. He was the only player in Purdue with a negative offensive efficiency rate, and he was also -7 in plus-minus. Again, Wheeler was actually the most positive influence. His minutes gain actually resulted in a +3 plus-minus. But yes, Bordeaux and also Williams was -1. But, Purdue didn't lose because just because of Bordeaux. They also lost significantly because Proctor was -18 and Easton was -13, both who had really poor games. Now, if you look at the shooting charts, we go to Purdue, we're going to see Harms' absence even further. Purdue was 7 of 19 from under the rim for 37% shooting, which in such a high efficiency area is really, really poor. They're also 0 for 6 just to the right of the post. So even though that's still, not exactly under the rim, that's still an area where that is influenced by those big players. And Purdue suffered significantly in that area as well. They didn't shoot anywhere that well. They've got they got some greens, but they're only because there's 1 for 2 or 1 for 1, small sample size kind of stuff. You come into the shot types, and it's even more clear. 3 for 12 in post-up opportunities, which is again a higher percentage shot. And you should be doing so much better than 25%. And then in other shots that are around the rim as well. So 1 for 3 around cuts and 2 for 7 for drives. Now defensively, you come over to Butler and see their shooting charts. And it gets even worse from before Purdue. So 12 for 15 from under the rim. Again, that's an area that you would think Harms would be defensively present. And you'd be getting some blocked shots. 80% for Butler, which is much better than what Purdue had. I think it was 25%. Significant increase. 2 for 2 from the right post. And yes, they were really poor from the outside. So it was not Butler's outside shooting that won this game. It was definitely definitely in those kind of in areas and around the rim and around the basket areas that Harms would have been present in. You come over to their shot types. Again, it wasn't the catch and shoots, 3-point shots that won Butler this game, even though they were in the green, 52.4%. That's not where they were the most significant. That's not where they kind of won this game. They won this game in these kind of areas here. So, 100% for all 4 of these shot types, for the roll man, for the cut, for the drive, and for putbacks. All shot types that occur in and around the basket that Harms would be affecting. So 2 points per, because they didn't miss a single one. And yes, they didn't get all their points from this, but all those percentages added up. That's, over a third of their points came from all these shot types that significantly altered the game. So that's my statistical analysis of Purdue versus Butler. Again, this output window is available for purchase, or if you just want to see how it works in a more thorough video walkthrough, there will be links in the description below. Thank you very much, and hope you learned something.